Why do you keep ignoring the repeated warning pings and persistently sticking to the artillery? When asked this question, I received an answer. To my surprise, the shocking response was, "Hello everyone. In today's video, we'll be discussing the strengthening of Tseregs." On January 17, 2025, balance adjustments were made, and enhancements were applied to a unit that no one had been using. This time, I decided to try out this otherwise neglected unit and evaluate its usability. Let's get started. Here are the details of the adjustments made. The main changes seem to be an increase in damage during charge and the strengthening of their block ability. This unit's skill is straightforward, charge. Previously, it was a 3-hit charge style different from a normal charge. However, after the update, the following changes were made. The charge motion after the first hit has been removed. However, if the attack does not connect with the target, the unit will retain its original movement. The presence of this charge motion was what made this unit weak, so I'll compare its performance before and after the update. This unit's skill tree is unique. At the end of the route, you can either apply the bleeding effect or the knockdown effect, but only one of these effects can be used. Even if you unlock both, only the knockdown effect will be applied, so be cautious. In addition, there's also a shield breaking effect, but since the activation rate isn't listed, I'll excerpt and introduce findings from past testing videos. Using the same build as in previous tests, I compared the effectiveness of the charge. Loses to halberdier sergeants. The reason for the loss is clear when looking at the soldiers in the red frame. The overly long charge motion unnecessarily breaks their block, or they get stunned, leading to cancelled charge. Wins against halberdier sergeants. Looking at how they handle attacks, the increased block value allows them to endure more. However, when they fail to deal with the enemy during the charge, the damage they take increases sharply midway. From this, it seems clear that their regular defense needs to be improved as well. For now, increasing block value to reduce charge cancellation seems essential. Previously, I focused on a build that reduced damage during charge, but this time I've opted for a sustained combat build. Why? To enable their use in scenarios other than small-scale battles. First, let's check damage taken without defensive-focused doctrines. Next, let's check with a build that reduces damage during charge. While damage taken is reduced during the charge, if the charge gets cancelled, the unit's fragility could become apparent. Finally, let's check damage taken with a defense-focused build. There's also an attack-specialized build designed for throwaway use, but if that's the case, other infantry or cavalry units would be more effective, so it's excluded. Why do you keep ignoring the repeated warning pings and persistently sticking to the artillery? When asked this question, the response I received was summarized as, "I was too focused on aiming artillery to notice." Don't you realize that if there's an enemy nearby who kills the commander or destroys the artillery, there's no point in concentrating on the artillery? Many people who behave this way seem to be Chinese speakers, so I'll issue a warning in Chinese.
很多人不明白，所以进行了比较。这是执着于器械的人和不执着的人之间的视野对比。执着于器械的人什么都看不到，因此在面对突然的攻击时，无法操作兵团。
After trying out the unit's usability, here's the conclusion. It's not bad. However, they are weak against CC effects, and they are completely helpless while waiting for a charge. If coordinated with ally attacks, they seem to perform better in group usage than in standalone.